Let's get
We
in
here.
to the more important things. What's up? We are here after a powerful, very good, very great game, actually. Very great. Or I sound like Donald
Entertaining.
Trump. I sound like Trump.
Mhm.
Like very, very good. Great game. It was actually a
We
very,
did great things.
like Wayne said, very entertaining game from start to finish. Eagles pull out an overtime victory, 30,
Somebody TV on?
34-31. Probably yours or Wayne's. We pulled a victory out.
They ain't won.
A lot to unpack this game. A lot to unpack. What's going on? I see everybody popping up in the comment section. What's going on? Welcome to the show. A lot to unpack. Jalen Hurts, best game so far of the year. Kind of say by far. He was throwing darts and strikes all over the place. Our defense, not so much. We let some stuff go. We got called for a lot of suspect penalties. We could talk about all that later. But needless to say, great game. Eagles win. Welcome here. We 4-0. What's your thoughts?
I do think it was a great game. I think it's good that we had more talent on this team because our coordinators had some suspect play calling today, in my opinion. In that fourth quarter, like first of all, I agree with you. Jalen threw some darts. You know what I'm saying? But on that last one that we scored in regulation, I think we went too early. I thought we struck too early. You know what I'm saying? And left all that much time on it. Even though I get it, and we went, but we was averaging like 4 yards of carry on them. We could have milked that down some instead of just going up and just giving them a chance to march back down there. But Eric Bieniemy is tough. Eric Bieniemy, yes, Phil, the Eagles have more talent than Washington. Yes, we have a way better quarterback, a better receiving core, and running back and the offensive line. Yes, we have a better team. But shout out to the Redskins, the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? They did their job. They played their part. But the Eagles just was more talent and cream rose to the top at the end.
I agree with all that. Go ahead.
Washington got they wide receivers ain't trash. They got McLaurin. They got guys.
He didn't say they was trash.
I said we were better. Yeah.
No,
who'd you rather have, AJ Brown or McLaurin?
Hold on. I'm not commenting on that. I'm actually commenting on Red saying Joby is trash. Our slot corner that we got in there, nickel corner. He actually played solid.
No, he did.
Washington receivers aren't Swiss cheese. That's the point I was trying to make. So actually, Slay to me, I don't know what happened to Slay at that last drive, and he was like he gave so much cushion. I don't know if he was hurt, because remember he came off the field if he was trying to play through injury and they kept him in the game. But Slay looked bad on that last drive by Washington. He was getting cooked out there. But the Eagles.
It looked like he was playing. It looked like he was playing prevent for way too much prevent though. I agree.
AJ Brown looked like he had the game of his career right now. Jalen looked good too. I do wish they would have ran even before we kicked the game-winning field goal. Just run the ball a little more. I don't know if they seen the success they was having because AJ was eating that rookie alive, so maybe they wanted to try to feed that. A couple miscues, but just make it easy on yourself. We feel like we made the game a little harder. It is a divisional game. He came out to win, but listen. Hats off to Eric Bieniemy. Let's give him all the credit in the world.
Mm-hmm.
He has that offense looking good.
I told
he should have had a head coaching job. Maybe he'll get one after this, but he got that Washington offense looking real good.
You told me
he does.
I said that first in the chat. What you talking
about? No. Last week I said Washington.
Who said I told you? Who said that?
You said, where they going? You clown. You was trying to clown me last week.
Who, me?
When I said something about Washington being a solid team because they was.
And then they got smoked that game.
And then you was like, "Yeah, what happened to Washington?"
And then we just beat them.
But they're still a solid team. But anyway, let me give my assessment on the game.
They're not going nowhere.
The game, it was a pretty good game. It was a divisional game, so it was going to be a tough game. It's still
you a Washington fan, Phil?
Yes, that's sacrilegious.
It figures his comments. It figures. My bad, too. But
I would like to say, the time management at the end of the game. Not running the ball, and instead getting that touchdown. I know AJ got him on a double move, but it is important to milk that clock, milk it. You got to pretend like you could, because our offense is designed to milk that clock with 5 minutes left in the game. We can go all the way down and then set up a Jake Elliott.
Just for clarity, I wasn't talking about that play, man. I was talking about overtime. I wasn't that score. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about overtime. Should have ran the ball.
But Jordan Mailata man, I'm looking at him, man, because he struggled again, and he put us in a lot of bad situations where he'll get a penalty, and then now he'll move his auto down instead of a 3rd and short, now it's a 3rd and long, or he got trucked by Chase Young, just let the boy Chase Young just bully him today. So I mean, I'm just looking at he struggled. Of course, you wasn't looking because you're looking at what Jalen did wrong. But look at the offensive line. The one who struggled a little bit today was Jordan Mailata.
He got some like a false start or 2 penalty, but I think the offensive line in total played good, in my opinion. I thought they
did, but I'm saying
Redskins got a good defensive front, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's good as their defensive front. I think he played well. As far as that touchdown score with 5 minutes left, man, score the football. It's your job as an offense to score. It's the defensive job to stop them. We gave you the lead. Now you stop them. The defense. Why are we blaming the offense for scoring and not the defense for not allowing them to score? I'm confused. Ain't the defense job? Don't they get paid too?
Well, it is, but you also the offense also got a ridiculous penalty that gave them even more field position to put the defense in even a bigger hole. When AJ threw the ball in the ball,
But he started at the third. What he started? He
started like the
37. 37,
yeah, instead of 25. That's another 12 yards. That was important then.
Okay, so you just go from the 37 and you score. Come on, man, stop.
No. Listen. I get what you're saying, Ephraim. But my thing is, you got to go by what the game is. You see, Washington is moving the ball. If you see Washington offense is having you keep the ball out their hand. That's all I'm saying is Washington was moving the ball. Their quarterback was playing solid.
They struggled the whole third quarter. They only put up like 16 yards. I mean, you was getting to him, you was sacking, you was deflecting passes. Like, this is the defense. Offense did their job. You get paid to score the football. Score. I don't care what point of the game. I don't care if you scored in one play. You scored and took the lead.
Management. You don't.
You scored and took the lead.
It was less than 5 when they scored. It was under 2 minutes. It was under 2 minutes when they scored. What are y'all talking? Why y'all keep saying 5 minutes? It was under 2 minutes when we scored the ball.
Either way, score.
So that's you milk it.
2 minutes is way too much.
No, but they only got the ball back like 1 minute and 34 seconds left, and you can't stop them with that. Come on.
We had a chance to milk that clock all the way down.
That unsportsmanlike penalty.
And he had a 3rd and 17. Hold on. They had a 3rd and 17 at one point. Like, come on.
That's facts.
Even you're not wrong. Okay, never mind. The onus still falls on the defense. But as the commander of their offense, that offensive coordinator knows that he got to milk it forever. He got to pretend like the defense is going to let him down.
His job is to score the ball. Okay, when you start doing the dumb milk stuff, then if somebody would have fumbled, if Gainwell would have fumbled, if Hurts would have fumbled, if somebody would have deflected a pass and dropped it because you're trying to beat
we could do ifs all day because what if when Jalen Hurts is getting hit as he's throwing the ball deep, and instead of just overthrowing everybody, he gets hit and one of the Washington guys running underneath to catch it. I'm saying you can go if either way. And First of all, I agree, John Key. I agree. The play call to me this year has been suspect. I know we got 2 new coordinators. Not the defense has been pretty solid, but the offensive coordinator, and that's why I wasn't quick to blame Jalen with everything when our offense wasn't moving as well as it was. That offensive coordinator, the jury's still out on him a little bit to me. That
running that third and 11, that running play on 3rd and 11.
That was very confusing.
What's up with the Gainwell stuff? What's up with the Gainwell stuff?
I'm cool.
Gainwell got pictures.
You can't run. No, you can't run Swift into the ground. Swift is already injury prone, so you're gonna keep running him. So you tell me the week 4 you're gonna run this bull who already been injury prone every year into the ground. You got it.
I'd rather have
14 carries.
I'd rather have Boston Scott or Penny running up instead. I don't like something about Gainwell. I just don't like or trust. See, he put the ball on the ground. They
Gainwell actually got a nice long run at one point in the game.
He only averaged 3 yards a carry.
Listen, if you want to see Penny, if you want to see Boston Scott, I'm not mad at that. But all I'm saying is sometimes people well, bring Swift back into the game. Run Swift. I don't want to see Swift run 20, 25 times a game. I don't. I want to see Swift around 17 handoffs. Because he's going to have a couple catches too. You're going to add another. He's going to have to block. That's more wear and tear. You're going to have another 3, 4, 5 catches maybe. I don't want to see him run over 20 times a game. I don't. I switch it up. Put Penny in the game.
Scott back. You ain't seen him.
He only ran 14. He only ran 14 times.
Played today.
14 times. How many catches he had?
I remember
hold
one.
on, tell you in a second.
But
By the
go
way,
ahead.
I thought that 2-point conversion was dumb.
He had
That,
four. He had 4 catches, but see, I think he should have less catches and more
see, that's
runs.
18.
Like them swinging the ball to him on them screens and stuff. Like, and that's
He got
that
a couple.
one,
He
that
got
one
some.
was crucial. That one was crucial though.
Oh yeah,
He
let me
got
It
get my
was.
game
nice plays
on.
on some
Now
of these
what? No, I do. That one was crucial, but also one of them was that was one of the only times where Jalen was off a little bit to me on one of them screens. He kind of threw it toward the outside where he had to catch it, and the momentum carried him outside of the block. If that was toward the inside and he was able to get behind those blockers, it would have went for big. I guess I can't really fault those screens because they are well designed. But it's something about the placement of these play calls on offense that maybe he's still getting the feel for it, but I don't feel like. I don't know. I just feel like something's missing with the play calling offensively a little bit.
I mean, I was surprised they went for that 2-point conversion when the game was 19-17, but it actually turned out that 2-point conversion ended up being huge to this game. So I can't doubt the analytics man so much because I was definitely like dumb play. I wouldn't do it. They went for it, got it, and that joint actually ended up saving us this game. We'd have lost this game if it wasn't for that 2-point conversion, more than likely. But as far as
AJ Brown, get your game ball because to get mine.
Who's that?
AJ Brown.
I gotta give it to Jalen Hurts.
Go give it to Jalen. Either one is you can't go wrong with either one.
Jalen Hurts started the game like 10 for 10 or something, or 9 for 9. He was
dealing.
He was willing and dealing. Like I gotta get it. I mean, AJ Brown did his thing. That catch, that run after the catch, the deep joint on the sideline, that was nice. That was nice. But he was Jalen Hurts is willing and dealing. He get my game. I guess a cold game ball. I could split the game ball, get one to AJ, get one to Jalen.
I'm giving it to Jake Elliott. He was 4 for 4. Every last one of them.
It was all close.
We take him for granted.
We take that was a 54-yarder at the end.
That was all close.
We take him for granted.
The ball got one job.
Like 30 yards.
I'm curious. A lot of guys that got one job. Everybody don't do their job at the best in the league. Jake Elliott is probably the best kicker in the league. And most consistent.
Nah, the bull from Baltimore probably is.
They did take a look. Ken A. Live is back to took a miracle catch before halftime, get the 3 points.
Is it Can I Live?
It wasn't. Listen, I got it. AJ Brown might be the better but Devontae Smith, Devontae
makes some big catches. He go
for that ball, man.
I think he make the biggest catches on our team, like as regards in traffic and all that. He makes some tough. He makes some great catches. I mean, we got a great wide receiving core, man. Them two together is probably top 3 duo in the league. They up there with the boy Tyreek Hill and Waddle and all them. They up there with them dudes.
I think
you add Goddard into the mix.
They're different though. They're good, but they're different good.
What you mean? You mean they complement each other well?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. They do. This is beautiful, man. Jalen balled out. The play call to me is like only thing somebody said last week, I can't remember, it might have been Ziggy, was somebody in the chat, and they said about the motion in the offense. I do agree with that. I think they need to mix up a little bit more emotion in their offense to keep teams guessing a little bit. But the play call to me wasn't bad. It was a couple dumb plays like that one Tim said, the 3rd and 11. I thought that was dumb. I don't know what that play was because Jalen up until that point, pretty much the whole game was on point. The one throw he threw to Goddard. When that joint was like a 3rd and like 11 or something, I think like that.
First down.
Yes, and he threw it, and that thing went right past the D-back hand and right in the gut. That pass was beautiful. I mean,
it was.
He was throwing some darts today,
but I am a little concerned about the secondary, though. I'm a little concerned about the secondary.
I'm looking
banged up.
But it's the defense and as a whole. I mean, I know you. But my concern is, Whichmccullough has actually playing pretty well. He's coaching pretty well with the Colts. So was he the problem? Is it the scheme that we're running here, or is it the player?
Who's coaching well with the Colts?
The boy that we did, the guy we let go, our old defensive coordinator.
Well, I think the problem with him is,
I mean, he lost today, but
he's coaching with the Cardinals. What do you mean the Colts?
You mean Gannon?
Gannon. Yeah,
he playing now.
Yeah, he with the he beat Dallas last week.
And then I said
he's playing now.
He's been coaching well. My problem is
he the one that blew the 21-0 lead or something, right? Was that him?
When?
Oh, you don't remember that? Cardinals had that big lead 2 weeks ago. They blew that big lead.
Remember. My point is, we still struggling defensively. I know you don't like
he beat the Cowboys. Now he's doing so great.
We're still struggling as a defensive unit. So what is the problem? Is it the players? Is it the?
I mean, I think we hurt. We banged up. We let go.
Secondary definitely banged up.
We lost the linebacker Edwards. Actually, Morrow
lost Maddox.
Maddox is hurt. Morrow actually had a really good game today. 41. He was balling. I was impressed with him. He had like
two might be forced to move on from Maddox too.
Yeah, it might be. I like as much as I like Maddox, he just get hurt. Like he's a little smaller of a guy, so he plays very aggressive. He remind me kind of like Bob Sanders, like not the hitter that Bob Sanders was, but how aggressive they play. Bob Sanders was an undersized safety, played very, very aggressive, and would get hurt all the time because he played so aggressive. Maddox is the same way. Maddox do not mind throwing his body in the mix, and that gets you hurt. That gets you hurt a lot of times. So especially if you're not that big of a guy. So losing Maddox, Slay got hurt for a minute. Who knows? That injury may linger. That maybe was why he actually looked worse after that injury. So that might have hampered him a little bit because it looked like he hurt his shoulder. So sometimes, when you hurt something in your body, not everything is kind of, your rhythm is kind of off. That's why he might have looked a little suspect on that last drive. But hopefully we cannot afford to lose Slay. We lose Slay, we really in trouble. Jalen will have to put up 35, 40 every game. So, but I think he can do it. Jalen built for this. Jalen's special. Right now, he's the second best quarterback in the league, and I don't want nobody arguing with me about this. Jalen Hurts is the second best quarterback in the NFL, and he's on your Philadelphia Eagles. Congratulations. You should be proud.
So I can't debate that.
So your grade for the quarterback is an A?
Absolutely. A+.
Your grade, the defense.
I get a defense a C-, close to a D. I give him a C- because they did get some sacks. I thought they had a lot of suspect penalties against them. 2 terrible pass interference calls that gave Washington life. One of them they scored a touchdown on. I think the other one they got a field goal out of. No, you might have stopped them on the other one, but I know the one they definitely got a touchdown off of. Terrible, 2 terrible calls. So I give him a C-.
Yeah, man, I kind of was thinking that too about.
He got a sack today. He just got the cast off. He got a sack today.
But that's what. Yeah, okay.
I seen Carr early in the market too.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, you see Main Carr? What's up, man?
Yeah,
there you go.
I seen him in the market today.
Yeah, Reddick got his first sack. He had a cast on his hand or something. He had a broke finger or something like that.
Yeah, he just got his cast off.
Yeah, he just got it off. So I mean,
and ain't no excuse. The bull from the Giants was playing with the whole blown off finger.
He was a freak athlete, though. That boy, he was a freak athlete.
Was that Yuma
Huh?
Is that Yuma
What'd you say? Yeah, wasn't that him that blew his fingers off with firecrackers?
It wasn't Yuma Yor. It was
It was start with P.
Pierre Paul.
Yeah.
Pierre.
What is it?
He played for the Giants.
It was something Pierre. Yeah, Pierre Paul.
Then he went and played for Tampa, right? He won a ring with Tampa.
Somebody in the comment section tell us. What's his name?
I forgot. I know Pierre's involved.
Yeah. Some Pierre. Yeah, JPP. That's it. John Pierre Paul or something like that.
Yeah, John Pierre Paul.
Yeah,
John Paul Pierre.
Pierre Paul. Yeah.
John Paul Pierre.
We just hacked this boy's name completely up.
And I think it's Jean.
And I know because he tried to hold it while he was setting the joint on fire. Like, what is your problem?
I don't think he tried to hold it. I think it was an accident. Jason Pierre Paul.
Jason. Jason, there you go. Thank you. The comment section is beautiful.
Man, this boy name up.
Appreciate y'all.
John Pope.
Hey, listen, I knew it was Pierre. I couldn't remember the
Pope John Paul Pierre.
John Paul the third. Pope.
What name was Jacques Corn?
All right. No, but yeah, I mean, he got it off now. So now we're going to see what he's going to do. If he could follow that up with the, the 17 sacks he had. What was it, 17? I think he had last year.
Now, is it a little different because he's really not an end? He like a linebacker?
I mean, it ain't stopped him last year. So, I mean, what's the difference?
Yes.
Because when you're, to me.
Plus, you got them 2 monsters in the middle, so he really should be eating. Now
hold on, because you spoke up the monsters in the middle. Let's give Cox his due too today, because he looked like vintage Cox. You know what I'm saying? For a good portion of the day, you wasn't hearing them other 2 monsters that we got in the middle. You wasn't hearing their name as much. But see,
this is my thing. When you're a linebacker, not an end, because he a little light. Reddick, he's a little light. So I think you do it. He got them sacks home last year. But when they compare like him and Nick Bosa, I'm gonna take Nick Bosa because to me, Bosa, he does the run and the pass equally well. You know what I mean? Just like the boy Garrett from Cleveland, he's a true DN. He's not like a slash hybrid linebacker and like Reddick. So to me, they can be used a little more, traditionally to rush the passer. So I like Reddick though. Don't get me wrong, I like him, but I don't think he's gonna have a year like he had last year.
But I think that's why he's not. To me,
enough. He always did enough.
I got about Tim and Wayne. What I say about Jalen Hurts?
No, because he know historically you and Ethan. He meant Ethan and Wayne. Yeah. Historically, you and Ethan love hating on Jalen.
I ain't hate on him. I ain't hate on Jalen all last year, and I ain't hate on him this year yet.
What?
Yeah, Sweat.
Last year, I seeded. No, last year I seeded and said the Bulls balling out.
You just said today that he's playing well because his perfect game was.
I actually said that even when he was off the first few games, he was playing in horrible weather. So I didn't crucify him because it makes a difference. I said, thank goodness that we got clear weather because now we can use all our weapons. Yup, I do. When we got that clear weather and he got that clear, he balled out. He balled out. Did he not play better today than he did any other day?
Wayne and Ethan was hoping that.
Did he not play today better than any other day? What was the difference?
This is his best game so far this year. Yes,
it was. Yeah, this might have been the best game in his career.
It was clear weather, and he was able to go back and use all his.
This might have been the best game in his career.
And Ethan, y'all been waiting to see this man. Y'all been praying for his downfall. All y'all do is pray for his downfall.
He had a great game, and AJ Brown, man, with them yak yards too, with that. Catch, that 10-yard catch. He had a Deshaun Jackson-esque catch. He turned the reason why he was able to get
the am I hating on Hurts? What is wrong with y'all people? Are y'all dense?
I haven't
said anything to hate on him.
No,
I have not said anything to hate on that man in like a year.
Hate.
What are you talking about?
They see it in your eyes. You want to hate, and you
been like women, bro. I swear.
We repeat game.
I came back and said last year.
Zinky?
Where did I hate on the man?
Today,
where did I hate on the man?
Today you didn't hate, because you couldn't. But if Jalen would have,
hold on. He had
Wayne did throw like Jad
in one of them games. I didn't hate on him then.
Wayne did throw like Jad. Wayne was like, "It's nice weather."
I'm telling you,
it was. It was. Was it not?
Yeah.
And what happened? He had nice weather, and he threw for over 300 yards and was willing and dealing.
To give y'all context, what we talking about on our text thread, me and Wayne was arguing back and forth because he was trying to say that Jalen pretty much only plays or has his best game in bad weather.
No,
and he was acting like he was acting like he's the only quarterback who struggles in bad weather. I said no quarterback really plays that well. You're not going to sling the ball over the field with wet rain or bad snow. And then he started pulling up Patrick Mahomes stat because I said
because Ephraim said Patrick Mahomes plays suspect in bad weather too, and I showed that he does.
I said nobody really be slinging it nobody really slings the rock.
You said you compared him to Pat Mahomes, and
Patrick Mahomes game that you pulled up, he dinked and dunked to get his yards, and I showed you.
He threw for 300 yards in the snow.
Yes, because Kelsey had 11 catches for 146 yards to average 12 yards a catch. He was throwing 10-yard passes to Kelsey all game. But this is stuff we're talking about.
That sounds like the AJ Brown.
Everybody.
See, if I don't bow down to the temple that is Hurts like Ephraim and Tim does, all of a sudden I'm hating on him. I said even last year, I said I feel like we can win it. Even if Hurts is awesome, I feel like we can win the Super Bowl with him. They put the proper talent around him, and he's a great leader. He's a great player. He reads plays, he makes plays. I had my whole thing about him was always his arm, but he overcomes that with all the other things that he does well. I said that last year. I said his other things are so impeccable that he does overcome. And he don't have a candy arm, but he don't have a rocket like some of these dudes do. But that's fine. Neither did Drew.
How many Rockets have won Super Bowls?
Pat Mahomes.
Huh?
They do want Ronnie back, X-Man. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, that's the one thing I do agree with Ethan and Wayne on. Jalen, for instance, there was one play in the game when Jalen he was scrambling to the left.
And then he was getting hit.
and he flagged. No, he wasn't getting hit yet. He flagged AJ Brown to go deep, and he threw it in a pass. And AJ Brown was actually behind the D-back. When they showed the angle from the back, AJ Brown actually went to run deep. And then looked and said, "Oh, this boy got candy arm. Let me go back and deflect the interception." Before he ran
now
back.
Who's hating? See, I ain't say all that.
It's all
See, I ain't say all that.
It's not just.
I didn't say all that.
No, y'all know Jalen, my man. Y'all know Jalen, my man. But Jalen's arm ain't the strongest. Trust me. If he had a rocket, that would have been a touchdown. He could have threw that joint over the D-back, and AJ Brown would have ran and got that for another touchdown. But all that being said, Jalen is bull. I'm not hating on Jalen. He's bull. He makes the right reads. He's very accurate. He's probably one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the league right now, in my opinion.
I agree.
He's throwing darts. He's dropping dimes out there. Even his deeper balls down the field, even though his arm ain't that strong, he still has great accuracy on his deep balls.
I agree.
I mean, he's playing at a very high level right now. The only thing he is lacking to me is the rocket arm. I don't want to say he's lacking arm strength because, like Wayne said, it ain't weak, but he don't have a rocket arm though. If he did, he'd be.
And that was always my biggest thing is I like a quarterback to have a rocket arm, but he brings so many other things to the table. I can't hate on him man no more. So this is what I'm saying. Y'all,
I like
how
Jalen.
is it hating? How is that hating though? How is that hating?
Like Chris Sims' brothers.
How is that hating? That's just like saying Embiid gets injured. He does. That's like saying Embiid choked in big game. He does. That don't mean I'm hating him. I still like him as a player. That ain't hating. It's not hating to point out somebody's misgivings, somebody's fault.
He doesn't have his arm is not bad. He has a very good arm.
He has a nice arm. He has a solid arm. He has a solid arm. He has
his arm is about average. His arm is about
average. Why y'all keep saying no rocket arm quarterbacks won a chip when one won it last year?
Well,
Tom Brady got a pretty good gun on him too. People,
you talking about Tom Brady? Tom Brady had a cannon on his arm too. Like, what are we talking about?
Tom Brady could probably throw
the playbook of what he was going to do.
And Pat Mahomes has a rocket.
He do.
So stop with that.
He do.
We can move on though.
No, Brady arm I think is a little better than Montana's. I watched Montana play before. I didn't see him when he was young, so I can't necessarily go off that. But Brady could throw the football. You could probably put about 70 yards out there. You could probably put it about 70 yards.
Montana had that system. They had that system in place with Montana.
Brady arm stronger than Jalen's, in my opinion.
Y'all know Jalen overthrew, I think it was AJ for 60 yards a day in the game. On one of the plays.
I agree with Wayne though. We can win with him. We got all the tools around him.
Absolutely.
We can win.
He is not Trent Dilfer. He's not Trent Dilfer.
I didn't say he was Trent Dilfer.
Stop.
See why I got to go to the extreme? Why it has to go to the extreme?
Because you're saying whenever you say you can win with him, that means that's a deficiency, but we can overcome all his deficiencies. That's not Jalen. Jalen is
all the deficiencies. Only deficiency I gave him was his arm. I've never questioned his commitment to the team. I've never committed to his. I never committed his leadership. I never committed his none of that. His arm is not a top grade arm, but he does same way Drew Brees. Drew Brees didn't have a top grade arm, but Drew Brees when he played in that dome.
Hold on. Everybody pause. We're going to talk Ampu Mons. Thank you. Good looking out. We're going to address your comment in a second. But McCall, what you ain't going to do, we got a Dallas fan in the chat, y'all. What you ain't going to do is come in here and start hating on Jalen. That's what you're not going to do. You ain't going to do that. I'm going to let you live. If your Cowboys lose today, you're going to hear from me. I'm telling you.
Hey, Mr. Wayne, you can name a lot of dudes that didn't have rocket arms that they make it through the Super Bowl either. Like, so what we saying? There's a lot of dudes that ain't win. But
McCall said, why we keep going from Swift? He was gashing him. Got to keep Gainwell morale up, I guess. Eli Rich got to get some first team reps. We talked. I don't know if you heard the beginning of the show, Ampu Mons, but Ethan was saying that too. I don't mind you giving Swift a break. I don't mind that. I don't. Swift has been injury prone through his career. The last thing you want to do is have him hurt week 4 before you can get halfway through the season.
I saw Swift on a bike. I don't know if it was related to anything, if anything was tightening up on him. Well, they had him on a stationary bike in the middle of the game.
He's trying to stay.
It was probably so he could stay loose since they sitting down for like a quarter and don't run.
But we don't know.
I mean, Fletcher Cox did the same thing. That's what they do. Tend to jump on a bike to kind of just keep their legs warm. I remember playing basketball. So you get older, but again, when I was young, for real, I could rest and not really get tight. But as I get older, if I sit too long, I get real tight. But maybe when you
I agree, Mr. Wing.
Yeah,
Manning
I
did
don't
have
know
a noodle
about
arm, and
NFL
that's why he
linemen.
couldn't win until his defenses was good.
Who?
Manning
That's
had
why
a,
he couldn't win in the playoffs.
oh yeah,
Manning.
Manning had a noodle, but Manning had he had a cannon arm until he got old. Once he got old, his jaw turned.
Once he got that neck injury, yeah, when he got that neck injury,
He turned noodle arm.
Yeah, exactly, Key.
But
I
he
just
running-
said Breeze didn't have an arm. What are you not
Swift
listening?
is 24. Running the sad thing is, if something happened to Swift, I'm kind of scared for his offense because I don't really like the other running backs like that.
I think
Especially
Penny. I think Penny will jump in nice. I think Penny. I want to see.
but the
Penny.
way Swift make people miss in them holes, he's special.
Yeah,
He is special.
He got
I'm
talent.
telling you, Penny. I remember watching Penny with Seattle. Penny got game, man. He better than Gainwell to me, but I think they like Gainwell. He was here last year. He know the system. I want to see Penny get in some more. I think if Swift get hurt, I'm not saying Penny will be Swift, but Penny, I'm telling you, he could bring the ruckus, bro. Penny nice.
AJ said Hurts came at him a little hard when he got that penalty.
That's true, McCall. He probably what you say?
Yeah, strong pause.
What you say?
AJ said when he got that taunting
Tim
penalty.
said, "Heard. Tell him what you say. What you said. Say."
So he said Jalen talked to him about it. Jalen was like, he was like, listen, you can't do that. That's what he said too.
That was a suspect call though. I ain't like that call. Like he just dropped the ball in front of old boy. You gonna game it? It wasn't like he slammed it down and spiked.
They was going back and forth. It was like they were jawing with each other.
Yeah, like but still, that's what I'm saying. That's what it's all about. Like, hey, take that. Yeah, I just bust you. Take that real quick. Keep it pushing. That was corny. I thought that was corny.
Mr. Wing, that's what I've been saying. That's what I was just saying about the offensive play. The play calling to me is still up for. You know what I'm saying? I'm still analyzing the play calling because I don't think that there's been great play calling on the offensive side of the ball this year.
Yeah, he said something to the ball and like tossed the ball at him. He
just said he didn't toss it at him. He just set it down in front of him. That's all he did. He didn't throw it. He didn't actually give it to him. He just set it down because he kind of was sitting down with like he put it like right between his feet, like right.
The ref was in a bag today. I don't know what that was.
They gave us like I told you all in September. But listen, everybody keep talking about the how we were last year compared to this year. And I got this from Jacob Media, so I didn't steal it. But based off of what we did last year and this year, they said we averaged 389 yards last year of offense per game. This year, 384. 5 yards of play, 5.9 yards of play last year, 5.4 yards of play. 28.1 points a game. We averaged 28. And then we're 4-0 last year, 4-0 this year. We not that far. It just don't look as crisp, but it's exactly what we did last year.
You know what it was though last year though, Tim? Because remember my big problem with them last year was we would have stretches where our offense was explosive, but then we would go like 2 quarters where they wasn't really doing nothing. So it's like we're not really seeing that explosiveness. We saw it today, but we hadn't seen like that. Like remember, it would be like a game that's like the first quarter we might not do much, and all of a sudden the second quarter we run up like 17 points real quick on them. So it was like we were seeing it in more like boom and flashes like that. Whereas though this year it's been a little bit more. A little bit more like, you know what I'm saying, you know.
Hey, we're going to talk about the E6s in a minute. But you know what I think it is? I personally think we ain't throwing to Goddard enough. I remember Goddard getting a lot of reps early in the season. And this year, and I broke down Ethan Wayne could tell
y'all. He got open this game too.
He was. I broke the last game. I broke down at least 3 to 4 different passes where Goddard was wide open and Hurts didn't see him. Now, couple more. I'm telling you what Hurts is doing. I honestly think it's a little bit of A.J. Brown fault. I think he's looking for A.J. Brown more now from the jump than he was last time. I think last time he was just kind of just looking to spread it.
Is it because of the screaming on the sideline?
Yes.
Is that still in his head?
That stuff get to you as a quarterback when the receiver keep coming to you like, yo, I'm open, bull. I'm open. You see me? I got him. And he do get open. I'm not saying he don't. But sometimes in the midst of that, he misses on some easy chain-moving passes to Goddard, man. I'm telling you, I seen Goddard break open several times today, and he just didn't see him. So I think that's
whose job is it to correct that?
The coach, because Goddard not the one to go to him. Zach Ertz.
No, I agree.
Zach Ertz would have went to whoever the quarterback wasn't said something. Goddard not.
I still got to remember that game 1. We featured Kenny Gainwell, which was absolutely stupid to do, and that's kind of set the tone for the year. So now we're doing some correction right now.
See, the only thing I think about Gainwell is he's an out the backfield type of pass catching back. If you really want to run it, like Ephraim keeps bringing up, what's his name?
Penny.
If if you really want to run the ball, I think Penny and even Boston Scott are more of traditional running backs than Gainwell. I like Gainwell. If he get a hole, he'll break it. He's fast, but to me, he's more of a do a little couple screens with him, pass catches out the backfield. But to try to keep giving him the football and running plays, I don't think that's him.
Well, the problem with Penny, somebody said something about Penny. Penny is that big back that what I'm saying, that power runner, but we're not going to use him as long as we got the brotherly shove. Because in those type of situations where you got to do that big run and that big push down.
But what about 2 yards? What about you got 2 yards?
Yeah, we saw when they had 2 yards, they still lined up the brotherly shove and pushed their way in for the first down.
Penny could push him. Penny could help push him.
Oh, no. I agree with you, but I'm saying this is what the Eagles do in those situations, and it's working. So it ain't much you could say. It's working, but however, that's the same way. Remember, Jalen was getting a bunch of touchdowns like that last year. You could have put a bigger back in there, and that way not even put your quarterback in position to get hurt. But he don't. It's like he don't get hurt on them plays. They just bull rush through, and he land on bodies. So I can't argue with the fact that they don't put him in there in a position. But that's really the positions that he meant to be in there. That's where he could be getting his reps at. But you're not going to do that because you have something that works that's almost unstoppable in the season.
Sometimes McLaurin be cooking play though. McLaurin be cooking the Eagles when he play.
He do. Oh, he absolutely.
Sergeant Bass said Washington played over their heads. This was their Super Bowl game. They ain't doing nothing. Do y'all believe? Y'all think that's true?
Washington always played the Eagles.
I told y'all Washington has a very good team, and with Eric Bieniemy as their offensive coordinator, because he's calling every play.
I wouldn't say very good. They have a good front seven, maybe. I wouldn't. They got a nice receiver, but I think you're going a little overboard.
I'm sorry. That's how I feel. The Bull is a good offensive coordinator, and he has weapons.
They got the young bull quarterback. He is a good offense coordinator. Should have been head coach, but we could discuss that at another time.
Max and B gonna get you 50 wins. Ain't
no
way.
But I don't. I'm kind of like Sergeant Bass. I don't believe in Washington. Like if they go. I could see them going 8 and 9.
They'll start fizzling out.
7 and 10. I could see them around there somewhere. Like anything more than that, I'll be surprised. If they get double-digit wins, I'll be shocked.
I like the most. You don't like that quarterback, Sam Howell?
He showed some heart. He did. He made some great throws. Showed some heart, but he a young bull. Like he gonna make some young.
He showed some good composure too, marching down. He showed some good composure.
He did. I don't think we blitzed him enough. I thought we should have blitzed him a little bit more, but. I think young quarterbacks, that's what you do. I was surprised how little we blitzed in this game. But that's defense coordinator. Again, like we got to start looking at him too. If you let Washington drive him down the field with 1:34 left and score a touchdown, you talking about Brian Johnson and the offense put up 34 points. When we go and start looking at the defense, they gave up 31.
Oh, that's why I said both. That's why I said both coordinators. That's why I said.
Oh, I hear you say that. Yeah.
Let me ask early on at first I said both coordinators. Yeah, we definitely got to look at. I might give the defensive coordinator a little bit more of a pass because he's had so many injuries. You know what I'm saying? Some in the secondary, they've been banged up in that secondary. Like you get one bull back, then another bull out, and stuff like that. So
I give you that.
I get that part of it, but
Merrill was balling.
Let me ask y'all: Did before we jump to the Sixers, did the Dolphins come back down to earth?
Yeah, they got spanked up by the Bills. They gave all their points. They gave 2 games worth of points in one game.
That might have been a hangover game because they still scored. Yeah,
they scored 20.
They still scored solid, but they got lit up. That defense got lit up by. That's why I said, hey, listen. Maybe thank goodness for clear weather for what's his name too, the quarterback in Buffalo, because he got down there that Miami clear weather. He was dicing them up.
So we're only one of 2 teams that's still undefeated so far. So
Miami just lost. So who the San Fran undefeated, right?
Yeah, they play tonight, I think, don't they?
No, they playing now. They giving Cardinals the business.
They are.
Yeah.
Buffalo was at home. My bad. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the Eagles. Washington played the Eagles tough every year. I mean, they came up here and beat us last year, so. You know what I'm saying? There's some division games is a different monster when you come to certain stuff. So,
but that's why I agree with
23-1.
That's why I agree with Iggy a little bit. I mean, Sergeant Bass a little bit about this teams get up for these division games. This was their playoff game. This was I'm not gonna say necessarily a championship for them, but this was a big game for them, and they got up for it. Now they lost. I think they're gonna come back down to earth. I don't see them doing much more
I think every team is going to get up for us right now. We are the elite team in the NFL.
I can agree with that. You don't.
I mean, I'm gonna calm down with the hyping of the Rams. I mean, the Rams 2-2. They just beat the Colts in overtime today. Yeah, I mean,
the Rams up.
No, somebody said the Rams gonna be a tough one though.
I can see them coming on. They still got a little talent over there.
We still got to fly across the country and play them.
Oh yeah. No, I stand correct. I forgot because that was one of the. That's why I thought the Jets game was going to be a tough one for us because we fly across. Because don't we play the Rams and then the Jets or something like that? It's like, and then it was like something we play after that. So
any team with a good quarterback is going to give us problems right now because our secondary nicked up and our defense coordinator don't like the blitz. So you got good.
He was throwing some blitzes tonight. Tonight.
Who was the dude that had all them sacks? Wasn't that
Morrow was a linebacker? He didn't get sacks unless he got 3 sacks.
Yeah, that was the linebacker. He was getting sent up that middle.
He got 3 sacks.
He got a sack almost every time.
Behind him.
He got a sack like every time he blitzed, and that was pretty much it. Like they ain't really blitz that much. Almost every time he blitzed, he got a sack.
I mean, what you want him to blitz every play?
Yeah.
So let's say they blitz. How many offensive plays Redskins won? Maybe you run about what 60.
No, listen. You see 1-on-1. You know that safety needed help. He was getting cooked, and Slade was getting cooked. So how many times you gonna leave these dudes on the island? The one catch. Fortunately, Blankenship threw his arm out there, had dude's cleat step on. We got a favorable call by the ref. That was a catch.
No, he was out of bounds. His toe was out of bounds.
His toe was in. You wanted it to be.
Hey, let me ask you something.
If the refs call catch, they wouldn't have overturned it.
Probably. I could agree with that.
I think they would. I think
the right call. That's why he didn't call it.
But now this is what I wonder about the rule though, right? So if he come down and he step, like say you come down and you step on somebody's foot or arm in that case first.
Nope.
Does that count as a foot in? Or it has to hit the ground?
That guy hit the ground.
Yeah, so that's if that's it and it got to hit the ground, that wasn't a catch.
Yeah, it's probably like when you're down, like if you land on somebody's body, you're not down yet until you hit the ground. True. So yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. So if that's the case, now if you saying once his foot came down on the arm, then it was in bounds at first. But he came down on his arm and his toe touched out of bounds.
It's totally like
that thing was out. That's one of them situations where you look at the angles.
I think you trust the ref who was standing right there, who made the call.
He was right there.
This is why I do kind of like if it was close, if the call was made out, don't overturn it because the ref saw it straight. That ref is standing right down that line, so he saw where his toe landed. So the clarity of the instant replay ain't gonna be 100% as clear as your vision right there on the field. So if the ref called it out, then I think it should stay out.
But even on the instant replay, you saw where it was out. But they switched the angle and it looked like it could have been. But when you switch it all them different angles,
if it's close, you call it a catch, and if it's not a catch, instant replay overrule it. I'm
not mad at that either. I'm not mad at you.
I don't think it was that close. I don't think it was.
But I mean, in the ref eyes. But my thing, if in the ref when he saw it live, did it look like his toe was like out of bounds completely? Like if the front of his cleat looked like it's out of bounds, and you call it out, then you call it out. But if it's like and you ain't sure, then I would call it a catch. I agree with that.
All right, can we put a bow on Sixers, Eagles, and let's talk Sixers now?
Yeah, we can talk about the Sixers a little bit. Anybody Sixers fan in here?
5-6 in the East.
Because tomorrow is the start of training camp for the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm excited.
I'm not that excited.
For what?
I'm excited because this year is going to be a year of we're going to see what Paul Reed does, and I still believe the only way we can win is we got to be the number 1 seed in the East. If we can if we're the number 1 seed, we will not have to face Boston
I don't think there's no way they get the number 1 seed
in the second one. So that's the only way.
All right, I just this Paul Reed thing is getting a little out of hand.
Why?
Because y'all keep talking about I can't wait to see what Paul Reed do. He's on a game or he's on a Drew Holiday type level.
Say his name. Say Tim, not y'all.
Why?
Don't be Jimmy Wayne. What?
Wow.
Wayne.
I can't wait to see what Paul Reed
Wayne. Do. Wayne's whole issue was Paul Reed should have been getting a chance to play. Where did I say Paul Reed was so great?
He's a role player. He's a role player.
I don't want you to be talking B-ball Paul, something all in the mud, like on the mud, getting his t-shirts and everything. I don't want to see none of that from you next year.
You know he will.
Role player.
I don't want to see it.
I agree. I agree with McCall. I have to agree with McCall. He said 6 is over the Sixers. Tim Trippin believes they could get the number 1 seed. I agree with that. We are not, unless Giannis.
That being said, I think.
Hurt,
that being said, I do think I still think Harden's going to end up getting traded. I don't know where. What I think the Clippers still want him. I think right now, the Clippers still want him. Right now, they playing the game of okay, we not just gonna give us something for him. It's the game that they playing right now. So I don't think that Harden's going to be here. I don't think that he's going to be here. That being said, I do think Tyrese Maxey is putting in work to see about being a point. I think they're going to show more of Tyrese Maxey being a point guard type, and I think that I'm curious to see.
It's going to be a tough year for Maxey. Maxey got to go with the backcourt of Jalen Brown and Drew Holiday.
I don't think it's going to be a tough year for Maxey.
I don't want to see Maxey play no point guard. I want to see Maxey turn to a baby D Wade. I want to see him score and score some more. I want to see him and B scoring, leading the team in scoring. You get a solid. This is why we should have got Holiday, so we could have.
So let me ask you this though, real quick, because you talking about so suppose Maxey turned into like a Dame Lillard type point guard.
And Wayne, you was wrong, Wayne. About that Drew Holiday trade too.
I was wrong about what Drew. What was I wrong about?
It was straight up trade for Drew Holiday. I was more than that. Did you see the trade?
What? No, I said they couldn't package Drew Holiday with multiple players to make a trade.
He was.
They did. I'm just going off of what they said about the collective bargaining agreement.
We should have got Holiday.
Who did they trade Holiday for? What did they get for Holiday?
Mama's wrong again.
What did they get for Holiday?
Oh my God, the package they got. First of all, and B has no excuse this year against Boston. They got rid of Robert Williams. Robert Williams is not a boss no more. He got to go against old behind Al Horford. He better average 45 points a game every time we play Boston.
Who?
B has no excuses. None.
Oh, Joel?
Yes.
Listen, I want to see Maxey average 25 points a game this year. That's what I want to see Maxey average.
26.
I'm cool with that too. I think he could do it. I think
they got rid of Brogdon.
Yeah, so they traded all that for Drew Holiday. What I'm saying is you can't do it. They couldn't put Drew Holiday in a package deal. Like you can add Drew Holiday and add a couple other things like to get rid of some pieces or something like that in the deal.
Right. The Knicks is doing their thing. Sixers is done, man.
The Celtics sent Robert Williams, Malcolm Brogdon, and a 2024 first round pick via gold in the 20.
Maybe we go get Brogdon
for Drew Holiday. For Drew Holiday, like you can't package. I said that the thing I said is said that Drew Holiday couldn't be packaged with other pieces.
You said it could only be a straight up trade, is what you said.
He couldn't be putting. I put the clip up. I put the whole screenshot of what the thing was.
Wayne said you said
if you didn't read it, that's on you.
No, but
I put up a screenshot.
You said it would have to be like a Drew Holiday Harden swap. It couldn't be nothing else. It had to be straight up.
It couldn't be
like
couldn't
a player
be
for player. That's not player for player.
I put a screenshot up there, bro. Did you read the screenshot?
Okay. Teacher got game says if Harden buys in, we could beat Milwaukee and the Celtics. Do y'all agree with that?
No.
If
Harden gets scared to death.
If Harden buys in.
There you go. That's some news.
I do think that we have enough talent, but then that's where I think it's got to be. Maxey has to take his game to the next level because Bede has shown that he's not that dude that's going to be. You know what I'm saying? Him and Harden already shown that they're not the guys that's going to be the ones that's going to carry it down, and, you know what I'm saying, and finish the game out like that in them tight situations. Harden and Bede. So it would have to be Maxey. Maxey would have to go. It would have to be if Maxey get to that next elevation of his game, whereas though he's just a stone killer down the stretch of a game, then it would be possible if Harden.
Do y'all think we could get Harden to buy in?
No. Harden's done. Harden's putting up them.
If you think
parties close to Morey,
if you think we fire Morey, do you think Harden will come back?
Yeah,
I don't even know if I want Harden
contract.
I don't know if
I want what good choice do we have?
I
do agree. We're a better team with Harden than I guess depending on what we trade him for. But I don't see no other person we could legitimately trade Harden for that'll make us better than having Harden.
Jimmy Butler.
You really think we get Jimmy Butler?
The Heat can't do nothing. There's nothing. They can't compete with the Bucks.
So the Heat just gonna say, well, even though the Heat have made playoff runs and actually been to the finals, the Heat gonna say we can't do nothing. Let's give Jimmy to the Sixers and take Tobias off their hands.
We did that. Bro. We did it.
Okay, and where have you seen that asking to leave?
Jimmy was kind of sideways asking to leave, though.
Yeah. He knew that Miami is doomed. There's no way they can't compete with.
So he got to ask them. Jimmy got to kind of ask to get out of there. If he has to get out of there, it can happen.
And I know you don't like
Jimmy might want hard. Jimmy might want hard.
Wayne, I know you like the bull. Gabe, you think I hype him up, but the bull, I forget his last name, but he was with Miami. He left and went to see. He played for the Lakers now. So they lost.
Like the bull. Gabe who?
What's the bull?
About Cade Cunningham?
No, Gabe. I can't think of his name. Can somebody tell me the Miami he guarded that signed with the?
Oh yeah, I know you talking about. He was hitting all the threes last year. Yeah, he's not that good.
He's really good.
No, he's not. No, he's not. You just think when I'm looking forward to Paul Reed being like a
Wallace. Steve Wallace said Jimmy ain't going nowhere. I don't think Jimmy going nowhere.
I hate to be the one to say I told you so.
Gabe Vincent. I like Gabe Vincent. Nice to go with the braids.
Yeah.
He all right.
He not with Miami no more.
He left.
That's the point I'm making. He signed with the Los Angeles Lakers. Ooh. So they depleted. They have a depleted roster right now. Jimmy I'm saying that Jimmy right now is at his prime, so he's not going to want to just stick around for a rebuilding situation. He's going to want out.
I do think Jimmy wouldn't mind coming back to play with Joel Embiid.
He wouldn't. The thing is, will Pat Riley try to get Joel Embiid?
No. You know what? Anytime any kind of star player that you're going to try to get, they're going to want Maxey. Any kind of the same way Portland wanted Maxey. People are going to want Maxey. If they're going to give you any kind of star quality player, they're going to want Maxey. Are you going to be willing to give Maxey up?
What'd you do, Jimmy Butler, for Maxey?
If I'm keeping Harden and Bede, I take Jimmy in a heartbeat for Maxey.
Harden, Bede, and Jimmy. That's actually, I might do that.
I take that. Jimmy be your closer. Harden and Bede do all the their antics and get their points and stuff that they want, and Jimmy your closer. I take it.
I think I'm doing that. I'm doing that trade because
right now
we still got Kelly Oubre.
If I'm the Sixers, if before the trade line we ain't looking good, I'm blowing the team up.
No, I'm not there yet. I survived them years.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that thought process either, though.
I am angry.
If we looking like what prospects for the trade deadline?
What prospects is on the rise? Like, what's the game plan if you blowing it up?
Yeah, hold on, they right. Jimmy 33. Hey, I ain't trading Maxey for that. Because I think no matter what, Maxey is the future of the team. I mean, the way that he's growing and I think he still got space to grow. Maxey still has potential to get better. He works on his game so much. I think Maxey is going to get better and better. So, but I do think that the Sixers have made some solid pickup. The whole thing right now is the whole Harden situation. That's looming in over everybody's head because it's like you don't know what the team going to be. But I like to pick up a Kelly Oubre and something like we got more athletic players. Oubre was averaging what, 19 points a game last year,
20.
Yeah, Kelly Oubre not trash. Can I live? Say Kelly Oubre trash. I watched Kelly Oubre a lot because he was playing with Golden State for a minute before they got rid of him.
He's inconsistent though.
But Kelly Oubre is not the smartest player.
Yeah,
he does some odd things sometimes, to say the least, or not smart plays. So that I'm telling you, that's what you're going to see with Kelly Oubre. Sometimes it's going to be some head scratcher moments. I will say this: he jumping out the building and he's 6'7". I like the fact that he got some height and he got bunnies. That's huge.
How's his defense though?
Better than Harden's.
Because we got a lot of wings. There's a lot of wings that he's going to be responsible for defending because we don't have no athletic wings except him.
Well, we also got a pretty good coach in here too. A coach that has taken under talented teams and made them competitive. I didn't say and won the championship with him because I wasn't talking about that team. Let's look at Toronto's team. Toronto team was so Siakam is like Siakam in the short light skinned ball, and they make it playoff
team that he took over. The Toronto team that he had won the East that year before. He had coach of the year.
I'm not.
Then he won a championship with Casey.
And after that, that's not the same team. Will you listen? You talking about the team where they had DeRozan and they had
getting fired. He's coming off of getting fired. It's not like we.
So was Doc, and you loved him.
It's not as if it's not like we paid.
All I'm saying is that man Nick Nurse took lesser.
So did Doc, and you loved him.
Nick Nurse had lesser talent, and he still battled against Doc Rivers that had the Sixers and Joel Embiid.
No, because we had somebody that withered under pressure, and James Harden, and we had two of them, and Embiid.
And Ben Simmons, you mean?
But guess what? Like I said, Nick Nurse, and I'll give Nick Nurse his. But I agree with you. The team he won the championship with, it was a solid team. It was a solid team. It was already a good team, and then they upgraded with Kawhi. That being said, they didn't have the same team because now he just had a team with your best players was Pascal Siakam and the little light skin boy that y'all like that's hot and cold, the little shirt dude, Van Vliet. Siakam and Van Vliet, and they was in there and they actually Van Vliet, and they actually was making noise. Like, come on, bro. Like
what noise was they really making, though? I mean, come on.
They didn't make the Sixers work. Did they make the Sixers work? Because Doc Shore had a stacked roster against compared to him, and they made Sixers work.
First of all,
Maxey and
Embiid was playing against
Embiid and Doc folded. Hard Maxey, Embiid, and Doc. They all
Harden and Embiid folded. Doc put them in a position to win, and they couldn't do no with him.
Did Maxey fold or was Maxey just off?
He got them hands. He got the clamps on him.
Because you know what, that's true. But the one thing I will say about Maxey is he kind of in a tough situation because you got Harden, ball dominant, Bede, ball dominant. So it's like Maxey got to kind of find his way and find his spot. But that's why I need Maxey to be
a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maxey gonna be out this year. He having 25 points a game.
But
not with Harden bouncing the ball for 20 seconds.
But people can't keep whispering in his ears talking about some be a dog. You just gotta be it now. It's like, come on,
I agree with that too.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing it. We gave you the first 3 years of your career. We're like, come on, you can do it.
He did.
No talk.
Maxey should have did 90 days during off season.
He should have did something
and lock up
90 days. Made it toughen him up a little bit. Play ball in jail and all that.
He either came out dead or came out a superstar.
One or the other.
I think the Kelly Oubre signing is going to be what Tim thought that the PJ signing was going to be. You bring in a dude that actually
talked about the Eagles for like a whole 45 minutes. But go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, Rome, you just came late.
Hey, Rome, listen. This is what I need you to do, Rome. Start the video over, put a like up, and go ahead and catch up.
Yeah, all y'all can
I'll let your boy.
They free. All the likes.
I agree. Maxey has improved every season.
He has.
I don't see him and he's still young. What's Maxey now? Like 23, 24, something like that.
I'm expecting Maxey to average 30 points, 25 points a game this year. 25.
It's gonna come down to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid might have to take a back seat to Maxey.
Rome, we was going in. Go back and watch it, Rome. You got your.
He said 45 minutes. That's all.
That.
What was supposed to be like? Did you want like 2 hours of Eagles post game?
We'll drop another one just for you, Rome. You might be the only one in the room too.
Yeah,
they're gonna drop another one for you.
I'm telling you, Maxey gonna take it to the next level, bro. He averaging 25. Maxey averaging 25 this year. But we'll see.
We gotta see what's up with the Harden situation. Is really what's going.
If anything happens in Harden before this next Eagle game, we're gonna be on here with another pod. It's gonna be an emergency pod, so stay tuned. If something with this Harden thing go down, we be here. Any big basketball news from here on out, we gotta drop emergency pod. We should have dropped one when Dame signed with the Bucks because that was huge. And now that I think Dame is with the Bucks, I think Bucks will be in the championship this year.
What about the Boston? What about Drew and the Boston Celtics?
I don't think that Boston signing is light either, though.
No, yeah, that's true too. I agree, it's huge, but I think Bucks. That's the outside shooting and the ball handling that they need from Dame, the big time deep 3-point threat. They're going to the championship.
Do they got the same defense though? Do they got the same defense?
They don't need defense. They got Giannis and Dame. They good. They going to the championship.
They
They'll be playing probably against. I think LA going to go. I think the Lakers
going to the chip. They're going to the chip.
I don't like that Chris Paul move by Golden State. I don't like
Harden's not showing up for me today.
Bucks not.
If he shows up, he's killing more.
All right,
if he shows up, he's going to.
I mean, he may show up because I mean, is he going? Is that going to be part of that stuff?
So let me ask you: if you worry and he shows up and takes jabs at you, what do?
Morey looked like the type of dude. Morey looked like the type of dude that is just like, oh, okay, that's just him being him. You know, just smiling. Like he one of them boys that seem like he just be make you want to Like show some he is something about him. Like he looked like one of them type dudes that irritates you. That's why Harden's so mad at him because Morey won't take shots back and then he just like okay.
Morey made a deal with the devil about 15 years ago when he got Harden, and look at him now.
Boston not beat the only reason why Boston could beat the Bucks because they could clamp down on Giannis because I told y'all Giannis can't shoot. With Dame
Bucks
in
got
the
a
mix
rookie head
now,
coach. Does that matter?
I don't, huh?
The Atlantean said Bucks got a rookie head coach. Do y'all think that matters? The coach?
That don't matter.
Okay.
The Bucks also got Dame old coach on a coaching staff. I think his name Terry Scott or something like that. He's their his former head coach, so they got experience on that bench.
Dame with the Bucks is a good game changer, man. I'm telling you, it's a game changer, especially for Giannis and for defenses. I don't care if you got Giroux. People talk about how Giroux had success against Dame when he was playing with the Pelicans when they swarmed him and all that. That's not first of all, it's not the same Dame that was years ago. Dame is coming for blood. He coming for that championship. He ain't make this move to get put out before the finals. They going to the finals. I'm telling you. Yeah. Come hook a crook. Maybe they get hurt. I told y'all Denver last year. Y'all ain't hearing me when I said Denver going to win it all. Remember I said that? I said that probably about midway through the season. I said Denver cooking right now. The only team that can stop Denver is I felt was Golden State.
Yeah, midway through the season is different from saying something in the beginning of the season for you even see them take the court.
I know, but I'm that confident because I watched Dame and I watched Milwaukee enough to know him and Giannis together. Giannis' deficiency is he can't shoot. Dame not compensates for that.
Is Middleton going to still be as good as Middleton was? Middleton kind of fell off.
Oh yeah, with Dame, but playing with Dame, absolutely, you're gonna get better looks. It's over. I'm telling you, Lakers, Bucks in the championship. I'm calling it right now.
All right, y'all. I want y'all to like. Ethan is leaving. He fading.
I'm about to be out too.
He fading to the black. All right, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. We're gonna catch y'all on the next podcast. Media day for the
All right, X-Man. We're gonna talk about this X-Man. He said Dame is fool's gold. We're gonna see.
Yeah, we might depending on how media day go tomorrow. We might be back here tomorrow. Something depending on what.